Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and today I'm going to be talking about Star Wars, The Last Jedi, Star Wars 8. So this video contains major spoilers for Star Wars, The Last Jedi. Okay. Alright, last night I saw Star Wars, The Last Jedi on opening night as soon as you could possibly see it. Saw it at 11 p.m. on December 14th, 2017. I saw it at an AMC theater. It was wonderful, and I saw it in 3D. The 3D was excellent. Star Wars The Last Jedi is a 5 out of 5 star movie. It is absolutely fantastic. It is in my opinion, almost flawless execution of Star Wars 8 by Disney. It is, I was blown away left and right by Star Wars 8. Just absolutely fantastic. So let's say what actually happened. What was the major things that happened in this film? And yeah, and so let's jump right in. Okay, here's what happened. The mystery of Snoke is solved. Snoke is Snoke. Snoke is not Palpatine. Snoke is not Mace Windu. Snoke is Snoke. Okay, Snoke is killed by Kylo Ren. Kylo Ren is not on a redemption arc. Kylo Ren is hardcore, I am the new Lord of the Sith. Essentially, there is no Sith within Star Wars, but essentially he is the supreme leader of the dark side. And he has taken his position as that, and he has become hardcore, I am the dark side of the Force's champion. I am the absolute pinnacle of the Star Wars dark side force. Okay, we are no redemption arc for Kylo Ren within 8. And by the way, this movie I feel like defied every single theory. No one saw what was coming, right? With very few exceptions. I did call one thing: Luke Skywalker dies in this film, right? I had predicted that he would be killed by Kylo Ren. I was 100% wrong. He was not killed by Kylo Ren. Luke Skywalker's death was really, really fascinating. It was a progression of the Jedi death arc, okay? So we see, Obi-Wan Kenobi is cut down by Darth Vader. His death at the hands of a Sith Lord prompts him to join the Force, which he does. We then go to Yoda. Yoda dies of old age and then joins the Force, okay? Luke does not die of old age. He does this he's the first Jedi to do this. Luke joins the Force by choice. Luke chooses to die, right? I believe that at the very end of the film that he is old, but he is not old enough to die. He could live for 10 or 20 more years, okay? I also believe that he has overcome the strain that it would take to do the astral projection, the force projection that he did, to put himself on Crate, okay? And that he had recovered from that, right? And so that he was healthy and he could continue on. But he looked at the sun, he looked at everything he had done, and he looked at his place within the balance of life, within the balance of the rebellion, and he said, this is my time, right? And he chose to join the Force at that time. He did die. He died exactly the same way that Obi-Wan died. He died exactly the same way that Yoda died, except that he progressed the Jedi death arc, right? So that we have a Jedi Master who is, his life is taken and he joins the Force. We have a Jedi Master who his age has taken him and he joins the Force. And then we have a Jedi Master who says, I have achieved everything I need to achieve. I am choosing to die now, and I am joining the Force. Okay, and it was pretty amazing in the movie. I really liked the arc for Luke. I do want to say very clearly, I would never do that myself. I will hold on to the last breaths in this life. I would never, ever give up or surrender. And I think that is a little bit what Luke did. That's okay. You know, like these characters aren't me, right? They can make choices on their own. But I thought that was really distinct, and I thought it was really amazing. Okay, we know the mystery of Rey. What is happening with Rey? Rey's parents were junk merchants who sold her for pocket change, right? Probably for just like for something really petty and small, and that is terrible. Now, one thing that's interesting. So then we get the answer of why is Rey so ridiculously powerful, right? Why is she a better pilot than Han Solo? And she's incredibly good at the Force, and she can use the Force with virtually no training. Why are these things happening, right? We now know. Snoke gave us the answer to that. Ben Solo, his Force powers are so ridiculously strong, and Ben Solo is firmly dark. He is a dark Jedi, right? And actually, I would say he's a Sith. I know they're not using those words anymore, and they really haven't given us a word for a dark Jedi. So I really feel that that Kylo Ren is hardcore Sith, right? And so Snoke said, your presence as a mighty Sith warrior, he didn't use that exact term, but that's the one I'm using, rose up Rey. The light side of the Force rose her and rose Rey up. They created Rey so that there would be a yang. He didn't use the term yin and yang, but that's very much the case. Like she was risen up and essentially chosen to be in the manner that she was, because specifically for the purpose of being a counterbalance to the dark power that Kylo Ren represents. And that was amazing. All right, it was so good. It was really fantastic. General Holdo, played by Laura Dern, one of my favorite parts of the film. She did a fantastic job. When she cuts the Dreadnought, actually cuts in half one of these major, capital ships on the Imperial side, cuts in half a capital ship by going sublight right through it. That was amazing. It was just really amazing. We do see a problem. It's a storytelling problem. Like you want to tell compelling stories, and a lot of times the way you tell compelling stories is through sacrifice, right? So we do see a problem in the rebellion where a lot of their victories are coming from the specific. They're coming from, so a lot of victories of the rebellion come specifically from the death of their own people. People sacrificing their life for a victory. People within the rebellion using their own bodies and their own lives as bullets. And that's a problem. And actually Rose, one of my favorite new characters, I really liked Rose a lot, actually stops Poe from being from sacrificing himself to this light cannon that is being used, this barricade cannon that's being used by the First Order to knock down the rebellion bulwark on Crate, right? Really fantastic. Rose confesses her love for Finn, which is really kind of interesting. That was an interesting direction. That's another. So I did call that Luke would die in this film. I did not. I also said he would die by Kylo Ren's hands. I was wrong there. But one thing that I was 100% right on, and I could point you back to a video a year and a half, like all the way back when Force Awakens released, that said Finn is 100% in the friend zone, and sure enough, Finn is absolutely in the friend zone. Boy, was he in the friend zone. So I thought that was really interesting, and he really was very much in the friend zone, and very, very proven. I loved the crystal dogs. The crystal dogs were awesome. So we all saw these crystal dogs in the trailers, and we're like, oh, Pokemon are in Star Wars now. That's exciting, and it was exciting. Except that the crystal dogs actually served the purpose of showing them the way out and how to escape from the bulwark, the rebellion bulwark area where it looked like they were trapped, right? But the crystal dogs showed the way out. And the fact that there was, their silence was a clue to Poe Dameron was really awesome. By the way, awesome. Oh man, Poe Dameron is just the most cool character in this, except for Kylo Ren. Kylo Ren is the absolute Mac in this movie. He was really, really awesome. And Poe Dameron just does great. And man, his black X-Wing, it's like you got the Batmobile jammed up into Star Wars. It's insane how cool Poe Dameron is as a mega deadly X-Wing rebellion pilot. And his X-Wing itself is special and cool, like that, that black X-Wing, which I think, actually I already know, it's 100% destroyed in this movie, which was kind of sad. We got to see new Rebellion bombers, the completely new addition to spaceships. I think that's becoming a new tradition, as we get to see new spaceships in every single new Star Wars film. And so that's a really cool thing, because there's a lot of people that love those diagrams and those blueprints, and all that stuff is just really, really cool. Excuse me. And I just absolutely love that. General Hux had some great moments. The Supreme Leader is dead. Long live the Supreme Leader, right? Like, oh my gosh, let's talk about what happened with Snoke. So Kylo Ren cuts Snoke in half with Luke Skywalker's lightsaber. Oh my goodness, that was so cool. So cool, right? That was very, very cool. Really enjoyed that. And I was surprised. I was shocked throughout this movie. I was shocked when Yoda showed up. I was shocked when Snoke was cut in half by Luke Skywalker's lightsaber. I was shocked when Luke used force projection to trick, Kylo Ren. It was just amazing. I was so blown away with the awesome elements that we get to see in this movie. Porgs. I really liked Porgs. They were really cute. They didn't put them too much in the movie. I really liked the Jedi. The Jedi texts. So we got to see the world where the Jedi texts were carefully protected all these years, that Luke had finally found, and we also get to know that Luke had found the sacred texts of the Jedi, which was incredibly important. Also, I thought that the Jedi texts were burned in when Yoda chose to burn the tree, but that wasn't the case at all. And actually, someone told me that the Jedi texts were actually in the Millennium Falcon, and that Rey had taken them, and you see that later in the film. I love this movie. I loved all the new characters. I loved Rose, and I loved Holdo, Admiral Holdo, I think is the name. There was just it was really, really amazing. Just a wonder, and I think the character arc for Kylo Ren. Kylo is powerful. He is a full replacement for Darth Vader. I also double down on what I said before. Kylo Ren has absolutely dwarfed everything that Darth Vader has ever done. Darth Vader let Palpatine abuse him until his own son was at death's door. Right? Only then did he raise a hand against his master. Kylo Ren, not the same. Right? Kylo Ren's like, oh, you got some harsh words for me? You're cut in half. Done. Right? Like, Kylo Ren is just a far more deadly, powerful villain than Darth Vader ever was. And in my opinion, is just a better Sith. So I just absolutely loved Star Wars Last Jedi. 5 out of 5 stars. Thank you.